Welcome to the Moug and Angie Mornings podcast, where we have taken all the best parts from today's show and put it all in one spot.
This is Moug and Angie Mornings. Mix 106. Mix 106.
I wake up to it.
The Treasure Valley's favorite new morning show.
No one better.
Moug and Angie Mornings is on now.
I love it.
I guess I feel a little bit weird with this kind of fanfare, loud music and stuff after the last 24 hours in this town.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Which we obviously have not had an opportunity to address yet, but we will this morning. Just know that, our thoughts are with the families of the two victims of the shooting at the Boise Town Square Mall yesterday.
Yeah, and the ones who were injured as well.
Yeah. Beyond that, we also it's really a delicate balance, right? When you come on and do a radio show after something like that happens,
Right?
Because we don't want to sit here and
Gloss over it and be ha 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 ha.
right. But I also don't want this to be a source of sadness.
Right.
If we could maybe make you smile on a Tuesday, well, hey, we're here for that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do our best to do so. We got some stuff we want to give away today. We're gonna keep it moving and yeah. What's going on with you, Angie?
You know what? I'm really proud of how I drove into work today.
Oh, really?
It's the little things in life.
How did you drive into work today?
Without hesitation. I feel like because the roads are still a little slick.
Yeah.
But I didn't let that stop me from driving normally.
Oh.
Like, I didn't drive like a maniac, but normally I'm not a great driver, but normally I get really like worried if there's any water on the road, even if it's not like raining, that I'm going to hydroplane and do a weird thing. And I would normally go a little bit slower than I would. But I was like, you know what? Everybody else is driving normal. I can drive normal too. And obviously I made it here. And it's the little things in life, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just really glad that I had a good drive in.
Well, it was a much better drive than yesterday morning.
Yeah,
felt
yesterday was
quite
the nightmare.
disastrous.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing interesting to talk about.
What I said wasn't interesting, so it's okay.
Yeah, I'm like, what do I got going on in my life? Well, not much. Except that it's Tuesday.
It's only Tuesday.
But we're 5 days away officially from Halloween.
Oh,
which is
yeah.
very exciting. So, coming up next, of course, we have the
Dirty Pop.
Koyas. We're going to start the day with Miss Dua Lipa. Levitating, it's Moug and Angie Mornings. Mix 106, Boise's Best Mix.
Mix 106. This is Moug and Angie Mornings.
I love it.
Here's Angie with the tea.
Brendan Fraser's comeback is in full swing. He's just been cast as the villain in the new Batgirl movie, which will come out on HBO Max. This is so exciting because I feel like Keanu Reeves went through this thing where he wasn't like super in the limelight, but everyone was really appreciating Keanu Reeves. And now I feel like Brendan Fraser is going through that, where like the internet, everyone is like, you know what? We really love Brendan Fraser. And I think he needed it because he was going through some tough times, some low times. And everyone was, he said that he was so excited and like it really warmed his heart when everyone was happy for him that he had this new movie, The Whale, where he plays this obese guy trying to reconnect with his daughter. Mm-hmm. And now he's getting even more roles. So that's really exciting. That was no pun intended.
Well, why are they calling it The Whale? That's rude.
I know. I don't know. Listen, I didn't name the movie.
As a heavyset individual, sometimes feels like a whale on my couch. I take offense to this.
Well, all right. We'll take it up with the movie studio. I don't know. Brendan Fraser's just happy to be working.
I'm worse than a whale, though, because I don't swim as much.
Oh, the Jonas Brothers are getting a comedy special on Netflix called The Jonas Brothers Family Roast.
Oh.
So it's going to be them roasted. Kenan Thompson is hosting it, and it comes out November 23rd. I was picturing that it's going to be like the Comedy Central roasts, which I really like, but they're describing it as you'll see multi-platinum global superstars like you've never seen them before through sketches, songs, games, and special guests, all giving them a roast they'll never forget. I really don't love...
This sounds like a family-friendly roast.
This sounds like a family-friendly roast. I don't love when musicians go the variety sketch route when that's not their wheelhouse.
Right.
Because it almost never lands.
Right, because it's probably like, this sounds like it'll be fun and quirky, and then they won't put much into it, and then...
Yeah. And games. What games are you gonna play? Can you just roast the Jonas Brothers like a normal roast?
Yeah, and
but
say
will
really
I watch
mean
it?
things to them.
Yeah, but will I watch it? Yes, because at the very least they're very hot.
There you go.
And I'm a big Kevin Jonas fan, and I feel like he doesn't get enough credit.
And what's the other one, Frankie?
Oh, Frankie. Is Frankie gonna be a part of it? I wonder. He's very sick
Maybe
of them
he'll
calling
roast-
him the bonus Jonas.
Oh yeah, that's a mean thing to call somebody.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of my unknown sibling out there, the Rogue Moug?
Oh, the Rogue Moug.
They
And
probably
he
hate
lives
that.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You guys should reconnect.
Hey, Rogue Moug,
Rogue
reach out.
Moug, reach out. Eminem and Ed Sheeran are pen pals. So they had worked together in the studio before and like bonded over video games and stuff. But now they have this pen pal relationship over the fact that they both collect cassette tapes. So they're just always writing to each other. I got this new cassette. I got this cassette. And I get the
Is
most.
that what it sounds like when
exactly
Eminem
what
and
it
Ed Sheeran speak to each other?
I got this cassette. I got this cassette. I don't know.
Just anger.
Yeah.
Anger and friendliness. It's a good balance, these two.
Yeah. The most recent one, Eminem sent him that he listened to this LL Cool J cassette, and that's what made him want to be a rapper.
Oh.
That's a fun little fact. Thanks for letting us know, Ed Sheeran. So I hope that they collaborate more. I think they should do an entire collaboration album together, but it's on cassette. Like they only release it on cassette.
So you have to go buy the
So
cassette.
you have to buy a Ed Sheeran Eminem brand cassette player.
The brand Emerson would come screaming back, but because you also have to buy a cassette player.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, Emerson, Eminem. I'm just saying.
Emerson. Who else makes
charge.
cassette players? Sony.
Sony, yeah, they should start. I need to get in touch with their business people because this is clearly the move.
Yeah.
I'm Angie Morales, and that's the tea brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Mix 106.
I wake up to
The
it.
Treasure Valley's favorite new morning show.
No one better.
Moug and Angie Mornings is on now.
Love it.
All right. Well, you know, we're just Moug and Angie Mornings. We're not the news.
Right.
So I don't want to dwell on this too much. But you know what? I do want to kind of open up the phone lines if anybody wants to call and share how you're feeling about the incident yesterday at the Boise Town Square Mall at 208-376-5106. If, you know, I don't know, if you got feelings you want to get off your chest, I definitely would love to address that. It was
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday it was the worst possible Monday. It was rainy. There were accidents all over the place. And then all of a sudden in the afternoon, you start hearing reports of, potential shooting. In the Treasure Valley Crime and Community Group I'm in, I saw something where people are like, hey, what's going on at the Boise Town Square Mall? As the news says right now, and I haven't watched it this morning, I just looked to see if there were any updates. It said there were 2 dead and 5 injured, including Boise police officer and the suspect in that shooting. What we don't know, what I guess I haven't deduced from any of this is, was there any, did they know the person? Was it just completely and totally random?
Right.
And I don't want to speculate on that either. But, yeah, so it was a rough day here in the Treasure Valley yesterday. And like I said, if you've got some thoughts you'd like to get off your chest, we'd like to provide a forum for that. But also, I want, kind of a happy space here as well. So essentially we're saying we'll talk about it as much as you want to talk about it.
Right.
And if you don't, we'll try to make your day better by trying to put a smile on your face. So 208-376-5106 if you have any thoughts on yesterday. Otherwise, we got some other things to get to. My good-ish to start the day is coming up next, and it's essentially just some goofy stories to make you laugh or smile. We'll start the day with Adele and her latest, Easy on Me. It's Moug and Angie Mornings and Mix 106, Boise's best mix.
I get up. Mix 106. Moug and Angie Mornings. Here's Moug's good to start the day.
This is what happens when millennials go missing when they're hiking. This hiker went missing in Colorado, and people started to get a little bit concerned. Nobody had heard from this hiker. Search and rescue teams got involved. Like, their family and friends were like, we can't get a hold of our friend. Search and rescue teams got involved. They were calling. The person who was on a hike wouldn't answer the phone because they thought it was a scammer when it was the search and rescue people, and they were like, oh no. So there's like
What did it say? Like unknown caller?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, don't answer that.
So there's like a full-on search. People are terrified that they may have lost their loved one in a hike, and they're just like, oh no, I don't want to answer that call.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
I get it, though. I don't like answering the phone to unknown callers. I always feel like it's about to be the start of the Scream movie.
Yeah, that when it says like potential spam, you're like, no, thank you.
Yeah, or spam risk.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Things I'm not interested in dealing with today. And
I don't
was
want to
just,
risk canned meat.
yeah. And by the way, I'm assuming this person is a millennial who won't answer their phone.
Yeah.
Because if it was my mom, she'd be like, hello.
Oh my gosh, your mom too? My mom always answers the phone. I'm like, why?
Oh, yeah.
She
But-
she always talks to the car warranty people.
Isn't that funny? But the thing is, I'm so glad that our moms aren't like us, because if I called my mom and she didn't answer, I would be in a full-on panic spiral.
Oh yeah, no, same.
I'd be
I'm like,
oh
who
my
is
God.
more important than me?
Yeah.
Answer your phone, mother.
I would just be worried that she like fell or something.
Oh,
And my
I'm
mom,
just
by
selfish.
the way, my mom's not 90. You know, she doesn't
Yeah.
need a life alert. But for whatever reason, I'm like, oh my God, something must have happened. Next story. This is pretty great. Look, so you shoot your shot. You're getting a ticket. You're going to get in trouble. Might as well try your best. This happened in Yorkshire, England.
Okay.
A gentleman by the name of Martin Willis was pulled over going 136 in a 70-mile-per-hour speed
Oh,
zone.
wow.
You know what his excuse was to the cops?
What?
He said he was speeding because he filled up his BMW with premium gas, and that was causing his car to go faster to the tune of 136 miles per hour. So 66 miles per hour faster than he was supposed to go.
Wow.
And they did not buy his excuse. He still got a ticket.
Yeah. There was no super gasoline, no super petrol
Yeah.
that makes you go that fast.
No, there's not. My wife it makes me put premium gas in her car. She thinks it's necessary, so we do it. And and I'll tell you, it doesn't make any difference to me. but I mean, you know what? I feel like if you're gonna get ticketed doing something ridiculous, shoot your shot.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
I was probably 19, 18, and I was driving from Reno to Las Vegas, and I was just trying to get home. That's the worst drive ever. Like, there's nothing.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing between
pretty
Reno and
bland.
Vegas. Yeah. And I was going 109 in like an 80 or 75 or something.
Moug.
And I got pulled over, and they gave me a ticket. It was the tribal police somewhere in Nevada. Mm-hmm. And so when I got home, I got this ticket. It was like $1,000 ticket.
$1,000?
Yeah. And it was 109. I thought for a minute I would go to jail.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
$1,000.
But I wrote them a letter saying, hey, I'm just a broke college student. I made a mistake and I learned from my mistake. Will you please forgive me? They reduced it down to a parking ticket.
What?
Yeah, they hooked it up. They were just very kind and responded to my letter.
Oh, wow.
So,
Wow. I'm really impressed by that.
yeah, I don't know how well that would work for me now. I'm 35 and I haven't learned my lesson. I'm just a loser who drives too fast. It's Mix 106, Boise's Best Mix, Moug and Angie mornings. As we get started on this Tuesday morning, man. Rough Monday here in the Treasure Valley yesterday. Of course, that shooting at the Boise Town Square Mall.
Yeah.
I guess it happened around 1:50 yesterday afternoon. There are 2 people who have passed away from that incident, and then 5 are injured, and that includes other people who were at the mall, and then a police officer, and then the suspect who was involved in the shooting as well, who was detained pretty quickly. And a big shout out to the Boise Police Department who got out there and really managed that situation really well. And from my understanding, they got out there like so fast,
Yeah.
to a point where the suspect was still there, and they were able to get him in custody. So that's a wonderful thing that the Boise Police Department did. But just a tragic day. And a lot of confusing information. If you were watching the news, there was the incident that happened in the mall, but then on Milwaukee, out in front of the Zupas and the Mod Pizza and all that, there was a car and they had blocked the road off because there was an SUV that had bullet holes in it, and there's a lot of confusing information. What we do know is that it seems to just be the 2 that have passed at the mall.
Yeah.
And those injured. But Milwaukee is open for traffic this morning, so that's good. The mall is going to continue to be closed today, though.
Yes.
My understanding is if you were at the mall and you need to retrieve items, that you'll be able to do so a little bit later on today. But I would just keep an eye on the news.
Yeah.
For more information on that. But just what a rough day. And, when those things happen, you start to see these little things trickle through on your social media. And it's the worst place to find out about this because things can be so misconstrued so quickly.
Yeah.
I just saw a thing that was like, hey, something's going down at the mall. And then a few minutes later, hey, there's a shooting at the mall. And I guess I get a little bit concerned, and I know that it's necessary. I get a little concerned with the phrasing active shooter.
Right.
Because I feel like that gives you a visual of a very specific thing. And that's, something I guess that we don't know yet. If it was a situation where there was a disagreement between somebody.
Right.
If this was completely at random.
Yeah, we don't know all of the details yet, or we might not ever know all of the details.
Right.
I guess in just situations like this, leave it to the Boise Police Department was, tweeting out what they knew and what they could, and just the people who are in authority over that.
Yeah, and again, and shout out to the Boise Police Department, the Meridian Police Department, who I believe offered help yesterday, and all the first responders. There were paramedics. I mean, that whole area was just a mess yesterday with all the first responders and stuff, and they were just saying, hey, stay out of the area, and thank you to everybody who worked their way around that too. You know.
And of course, our thoughts are with everyone who was affected by the incident yesterday. Just such a tragedy.
Yeah, it's rough, and you see these things on the news all the time in other places, and I guess when it's at a safe distance, it's like, oh man, that's crazy,
right?
And then it's when it's in your town, it's pretty frightening. So we did want to open it. I've got nobody who had called. I guess I was maybe a little bit vague. But we did want to open the phone lines at 208-376-5106 and just kind of invite anybody who may have had any thoughts on what transpired yesterday to share your thoughts. Not in a, I don't want to speculate why anything happened or anything like that.
Or politicize or anything.
Yeah, that's not what we're up to. But, I guess I want to hear how you feel.
Yeah.
And the other side of that coin is, we're not here to drag you down. We just want to report the information as we have it, and we also want to, try and make you smile. So that will be our plan. So we're going to continue doing the things that we believe anyway.
Yeah.
Try to make people happy. Coming up at 8 o'clock, we'll do Dirty Pop Quiz. Coming up, Angie's got the tea, and if you want to reach out and join the show, feel free, 208-376-5106.
Mix 106. This is Moug and Angie Morning.
I love it.
Here's Angie with the tea.
Eminem and Ed Sheeran are pen pals. And I just think this is so cutie. They bonded over their love of collecting cassette tapes. And so now they just go back and forth being like, I got this cassette tape. I got this cassette tape. And I just think it's really cute that they have a bromance. I like when unexpected celebrities are friends, but I feel like with Ed Sheeran, he's friends with like everyone.
Everybody likes Ed.
Yeah, I mean Courtney Cox and Ed Sheeran are super close. He's also close with Jennifer Aniston. I remember a few years back he had Thanksgiving with them.
Yeah, why can't I be friends with Jennifer Aniston?
You don't just want to be friends with Jennifer Aniston.
That's true. She's my hall pass. I can absolutely get away with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Stacey would encourage it.
Is Ed Sheeran one of her hall pass people?
I think at one point he was. And by the way, go for it.
Not even mad at it.
No, if she hooks up with Ed Sheeran or Prince Harry, they're just better versions of me anyway.
Oh. I like that. Brendan Fraser's comeback is in full swing. He has now been cast as the villain in the new Batgirl movie, and that'll come out exclusively on HBO Max whenever it's done. I'm excited for Brendan Fraser because he took a break from Hollywood for a really long time. He had come out and said that he, went through when the Me Too movement like started. He was part of that, and it was one of those things where it's like, listen, a lot of guys don't ever come out and say when they've been assaulted or whatever because there's like a stigma around it, blah, blah, blah. But he was saying that was part of the reason that he like lost confidence in, you know, being a part of Hollywood. And now he's making a comeback and the internet is all for it. And so am I. And I'm just really happy to see Brendan Fraser working again.
Yeah, me too. He seems like such a nice guy.
Yeah.
You know who the movie that I always attach Brendan Fraser to is one of my favorite movies.
Which is?
Blast from the Past. Everybody always talks about the Mummy and all these different things.
George of the Jungle is what I attach him to.
And to me, I think back to Blast from the Past. It's got Brendan Fraser. What's her name?
Alicia Silverstone.
Christopher Walken is in it.
Yeah.
And who's the mom?
I forget.
Is that 70s show mom?
That's who I pictured too, but I can't be sure that it's her.
We're going to have to find out. But I just love that movie. I want to watch it.
Yeah, it's so funny. You've mentioned that to me before, and like something in that movie must have happened, and been during a formative time for you, because I don't think anybody equates him with that. It was like a really poor box office and everything.
I can tell you exactly what it was.
Oh,
I was 10 years old. My brother just got his driver's license, and he said, "You want to go to the movies? I'll drive." And I was like, "This is wild. My brother, is driving right now, and we're going to the movies." And we got bean and cheese burritos from Taco Bell. And then we went and saw Blast from the Past. And it was the coolest day because there are no adults involved.
Oh, wow.
And I remember like, oh my God, my brother is driving a car right now. And being like, this is the coolest thing ever.
This is so sweet.
And then we went and saw Blast from the Past.
I feel like if you ever, you know what, you should tweet Brendan Fraser this story. I bet you he would respond. He's so nice.
Oh, maybe I will.
I love him.
Can I fit that in the 140 characters?
You better try. Start a thread.
Yeah.
The Jonas Brothers are getting a Netflix special that comes out next month, November 23rd, and it is the Jonas Brothers Family Roast. Kenan Thompson is going to host it, and I guess it's sketches, songs, games, and special guests where they just roast the Jonas Brothers.
Okay.
It does seem like it would be family friendly, unless the games and the songs are really raunchy. I don't know.
I think this isn't a normal roast.
No, it's not like a Comedy Central roast, I don't think.
No. This sounds a little more fun and poking fun at versus
roasting. Yeah, they're playing fast and loose with that word roast. Yeah. But I'll watch it and let you know how it is because if anything, I just like to look at the Jonas Brothers.
That's true.
And extra love to Kevin Jonas, who never gets enough love.
All right, Kevin
He's
Jonas.
He's the best one.
And Frankie Jonas is on the come up.
Oh, yeah. Don't call him the bonus Jonas, though.
Don't call him the bonus Jonas. But I truly believe that Frankie Jonas could be your cusp when you become a cougar.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. For now, I like the older zaddies, but when do I become a cougar? 40?
Sure, 45.
45,
I don't know. What's the definition of cougar?
Just an older hot lady, I guess.
I guess he's 20, right? So theoretically, you could be a cougar now.
Okay, but I don't want to adopt
34.
that term. No, I'm not adopting the term until I'm at least in my 40s.
Rawr.
I'm Angie Morales, and that's the tea, brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
See, if you had said that's not what it sounds like this, then you would officially be a cougar.
See? I didn't fall for your trap.
No, you did.
You're good.
Mix 106.
I wake up to it.
The Treasure Valley's favorite new morning show.
No one better.
Are you ready for Moug and Angie Mornings is on now.
I love it. Woo!
All right, here we go. Hope you're having a good Tuesday morning so far as the sun prepares to rise. It's just that it's getting light so much later and later. Luckily, in 10 days or something like that, 12 days, we fall back.
Oh, yeah.
And this will be what 6:59 and 25 seconds looks like.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, it's in a week or so. No, not a week. 2 weeks, I think.
2 weeks?
Anyway, you get the idea. So, it's Moug and Angie Mornings. It is time now for the
Dirty Pop Quiz.
We got a chance for a real Treasure Valley local to hop on the phone and win $1,000 cash. It's 5 questions, 30 seconds. They're pop culture related questions. You get more correct than Angie does, we'll toss you the $1,000. Again, give us a call right now, 208-376-5106. Playing the Kid Leroy and Justin Bieber now. Stay, it's Moug and Angie Mornings on Mix 106, Boise's best mix.
Dirty Pop Quiz.
All right, let's say hello to Sarah in Boise. What's going on, Sarah?
Oh, just on my way to work.
Just on your way to work this morning. Well, we got a chance for you to win $1,000 cash. It's you versus Angie. 5 questions, 30 seconds. If you get more correct than she does, you win the cash, all right?
All right.
All right, first things first, got to send Angie out of the room. Goodbye, Angie.
Bye.
All right, time starts as soon as I finish asking this first question, Sarah. This rapper's manager gifted him a Rolls Royce for his 35th birthday.
Pass.
This boxer denied a teenaged male fan a photo because he had painted nails.
Pass.
This former host of The Bachelor is now engaged. You can say pass.
Pass.
The Mummy star will play a villain in the new Batgirl movie.
That girl? Oh, what's his name? Oh, dang it. Pass.
This boy band will be roasted in a Netflix special hosted by Kenan Thompson.
Backstreet Boys.
All right, let's get Angie back in here. It'll be the same 5
Horrible.
questions. Horrible is a harsh word. We don't like harsh words. This rapper's manager gifted him a Rolls Royce for his 35th birthday, Angie.
Drake.
This boxer denied a teenage male fan a photo because he had painted nails.
Floyd Mayweather.
This former host of The Bachelor is now engaged.
Chris Harrison.
The Mummy star will play a villain in the new Batgirl movie.
Brendan Fraser.
This boy band will be roasted in a Netflix special hosted by Kenan Thompson.
The Joe Bros.
All right, let's go back through these. We've got Sarah in Boise, we got Angie in Boise, and we've got this rapper whose manager gifted him a Rolls Royce for his 35th birthday. That would be Drake, who turned 35 on the 17th, I want to say? No, that might be wrong. It was at some point in the last week. So it was Drake. Angie got that correct. This was the same one. This is the same Rolls Royce that Drake used to rent back in 2007 to give the appearance that he was destined to make it as a rapper.
Oh, wow.
So I think there is something in that. Like, if you're going to be a rapper, you got to look the part. In other words, you got to look rich.
Yeah. Fake it till you make it.
And, well, I think it's safe to say that he's made it.
Yeah.
All right. This boxer denied a teenage male fan a photo because he had painted nails. Floyd Mayweather said, "I don't take pictures with men with painted nails."
What a strange requisite. Like, you cannot have painted nails to get photos with me.
Because what people will think, like, oh my God, he hangs out with people who have painted nails.
Yeah, so dumb.
This former host of The Bachelor is now engaged. That would be Chris Harrison, engaged to a woman who looks like she could be his twin.
Yeah.
What's her name? Lauren something?
Oh, I don't know. I just
forget,
know
but
that they look like twinsies.
They do. They have the same nose, same face. It's weird. But you know what? That shows, don't they say, like, you're, like, genetically predisposed to like people who somehow look like you?
You know
so
what?
That you can further your traits?
One of my best friends told me that I look like my husband, and I was mad. But now I kind of see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's better. You know what's weird to me is when somebody ends up with somebody that looks just like
their sibling?
Like if you've got a guy friend and his wife looks just like his sister or something.
Oh, yeah.
Then you're like, oh,
It's a little weird.
That doesn't automatically mean that you think your sister is hot, but it doesn't not. Where are we? Okay, Chris Harrison. Angie got that correct. Boy, what a tangent. The Mummy star will play a villain in the new Batgirl movie. That would be Brendan Fraser. Angie got that one correct. And then this boy band will be roasted in a Netflix special hosted by Kenan Thompson. I liked your guess, Sarah, of the Backstreet Boys.
Oh, I would watch that.
A Backstreet Boys roast? Yeah, that'd be fun. Unfortunately.
It shows my age, I guess.
What, 22? You sound like you're 22.
39.
39. Oh my gosh.
That is not old at all. Also, I love the Backstreet Boys too, so.
39 is the age of Britney Spears.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that.
You're Britney Spears' age. That's a great age.
Yeah. And also, isn't it a trip, Sarah, that Britney Spears is only 39 and she's been in our lives for 20-something years?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, anyway. All right. I find that wild. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Angie. It's just a goose egg for Sarah. I'm sorry, Sarah. But no $1,000 today. We do appreciate you for calling and playing along, though. It was fun having you on.
No worries. I do better when I'm just listening anyways.
Oh, well, you know what? Don't give up. Now you know how it goes. Now you know how quickly it goes by. I invite you to come back and try again. But thank you so much for playing the
Dirty Pop Quiz.
Mix 106, Boise's Best Mix, Moug and Angie Mornings. Angie, I got a bone to pick with you.
I hate this. You and I never have conflicts, so now I feel weird and anxious.
You should.
Well, why?
I'm very upset.
What did I do?
And I've been, I guess, holding on to this for too long. It was July of 2020.
You've been mad at me for something since July of last year.
It was July 2020. And Angie stayed with me and my wife, Stacy, for 2 months.
Yeah. What did I do in the 2 months?
And in that time, you forwarded your mail, or you changed your address on a million things to my address.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got a place of your own with your husband and family.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, well, your mail's coming to my house. And you said, okay, I'll forward it. And then you said, I don't know how to do that. And I was like, just go to the USPS website. It's easy. You pay $1 on your debit card and it forwards. And you're like, oh, but I struggled with that.
No, I did struggle with that because my debit card had a zip code that was not in this state.
You could have
Then
changed.
it said no.
So you changed everything to my address except the debit card?
I couldn't change the debit card. And I changed as much as I could on actual websites for things to go to my house. There are just certain things that still, you're mad about my mail.
It's all the junk mail. And it's every day. And it's there's so much junk mail now that you get more mail at my house than I do.
Are you serious?
And probably more than Stacy and I combined. How do you have so much mail?
I don't know.
It has been.
You've been sitting on this for over a year, though.
And I half of it I throw away. Sometimes I make a stack, and then I forget to bring it in. But most of it, I believe, is junk. I don't think there's anything legit in there. But, I mean, it is wild, the amount of
But what if
paperwork.
there is something legit in there?
Well, then send it to your house.
Now I'm thinking of what things I could have had sent. Moug,
Yes.
did you? I ordered a long thing, and I had to get, when I was trying to get my real ID.
Versus the fake ID?
No, you know how you have to bring in
Oh,
your
yeah.
yeah, so
The
that
one you can use to get on the plane and all
yes,
that.
that. I ordered a reissue of my birth certificate, and now I'm wondering if it went to your. I ordered this a long time ago and it never came
Oh, it probably got trashed.
because it went to your house, probably.
Oh, and somebody probably grabbed it. Oh, and now there's another Angie Morales running around there
Moug,
using your credit.
but I don't understand why you wouldn't check.
I don't understand why you wouldn't change your address.
I tried, but also, why didn't you say anything for over a year?
I did. Do you remember?
No.
I literally said, hey, can you forward your mail? Your
No.
mail's still coming to my house.
I know, but I did the best I could, and then
And eventually I just gave up. It's not my job to sort through your mail.
oh no.
Half of it says, Angie, you've been approved for a loan.
Also, I needed that loan, Moug.
Mix 106. This is Moug and Angie Morning.
I love it.
Here's Angie with the tea.
The Jonas Brothers are getting
Burning up for you, baby.
No, but they are getting roasted.
Oh, so they are burning up.
They're burning
Ah.
up, but they themselves are burning up. They'll have a Netflix special next month, November 23rd, hosted by Kenan Thompson, where they're getting roasted, but it's going to be through sketches, songs, games, and special guests. But it's supposed to be oh my gosh, they're getting roasted. But I just feel like
It's going to be too family friendly.
it's going to be too family friendly. I want to see them and I don't think these Jonas Brothers are as innocent and family friendly as they want you to think.
Right.
Especially not that Nick Jonas.
Oh, well, I hope they bring their wives, Priyanka and Sophie, and who's Kevin's wife?
Danielle.
Danielle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kevin is my favorite Jonas. I can't imagine there's anything to roast him about except for that, he provides no vocals for.
What does he do? Drummer?
No, he's a guitarist. He plays the bass.
Okay.
He plays the guitar.
Cool.
I mean, I'll watch it if only to catch a glimpse of Frankie Jonas, the littlest brother who is what, 20?
The bonus Jonas.
Don't call him that.
He
That
hates
really
that.
screwed him up.
Oh, I don't want to contribute to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Extra Jonas.
Extra. Yes. Eminem and Ed Sheeran apparently are pen pals.
Oh.
They have a pen pal relationship where they bond over collecting cassette tapes. How wholesome. I mean, Ed Sheeran, I can believe wholesome, but for Eminem just loves collecting cassette tapes.
I'll trade you your Celine Dion for my Lisa Loeb. Man, that's not a good swap. Lisa Loeb just had that one, but it's a single.
I really like them as like a little bromance situation. I like when celebrities that I don't expect to be friends are friends. Like I just found out that Angelina Jolie and Salma Hayek are really good friends.
Really?
Yeah. that's
Really?
like- yeah.
All right.
They
I
did the movie Eternals together, but they became like really close. And Angelina Jolie was at Salma Hayek's birthday party and they like were attached at the hip. It was really cute.
All right. Who knew? I guess I didn't picture. This is really rude. I didn't really picture Angelina Jolie like
That's
being
fun.
friends with people.
Oh, yeah. I think she kind of has that reputation that
Yeah.
she's like cold
Yeah.
and a homewrecker.
Right. Well,
But no, she
looks like a duck.
She's friendly and nice. Brendan Fraser has his comeback in full swing. Earlier this year, he was reported to star in this movie, The Whale, about an obese guy.
that's so rude.
I know, about an obese guy who is trying to reconnect with his daughter. And everyone was so excited to see Brendan Fraser get work because he'd been out of the limelight for so long. And now he's been cast as the villain in the new Batgirl movie.
Look at that.
So he's like making moves.
Is he going to be the penguin guy?
Oh, that would be really cool. They think he's going to be the Fly, something about a fly.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember. I just know that he's going to be in it and he's going to be the villain.
So he's a whale. He's a fly.
He's all kind of animals.
All right.
But I'm excited. I feel like Brendan Fraser is going through right now what we saw with Keanu Reeves a couple years ago, where everyone was like, remember Keanu Reeves and how amazing he is? And all this internet love showered on Keanu Reeves. Brendan Fraser's going through that now, and I really love that for him.
All right. I like it.
I'm Angie Morales, and that's The Tea, brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.